So I just want to start to say today by saying, I'm a sixth generation Central Florida resident. My mother's family was here before there was even an Osceola County. And I'm proud to still be working in Osceola and still be working, in our heritage industry, and actually our second largest industry, and an industry that's still vital to our community. Here in our county, we're home to the largest cattle ranch in the United States of America, headquartered in St. Cloud. And we've got a lot of other, and 50% of our land is going to remain in ag for a long time. That's outside the urban growth boundary. So just to talk about just the process a little bit, commissioners, if you'll allow me. It was just odd. I came in kind of the middle of this branding process, and just for full disclosure, I was 100% for going over and freshening up. I tried to do it at the school district, and we didn't get it done because we never could get all five commissioners all five school board members to agree. I freshened up my family's company's logo because I thought it looked too 70s. And I made it kind of 21st century. It still has a Brahma bull in the middle of a heart, but it looks fresh. So I was always all for fresh. But look, this started back, according to county commissioner, and I didn't go, he gave me this information and I have no reason to doubt it. But back in 2013, there was a strategic plan initiative put into place to redo this. And I would have been in full support of that. Back in January 2020, there was a RFI, and then COVID delayed some things. So the final selection, I think, was done in June of 2020. And then there was a kickoff in September, and public outreach started in November. My first meeting was in December. And I was happy to be a part of the one and only workshop that we did have. And I think we had some great discussion at that workshop. I think there was something brought up about, advancing in every field. Or so. I know Commissioner Janer didn't like that, but that's okay. I thought we were headed in the right direction. So I saw the final product on September, was asked to not show it to anyone because of a big reveal in October. I honored that request from staff. So just going back, I think to me, this has to be a starting point. And so what I'm going to ask for, what I would ask the commissioners to do is, I'm going to do something in my district, I hope, or maybe we could all together put together a focus group to look at this and come back with some feedback, since it was the first time that this is the first time that we're able to comment on it with each other, because we had the individual meetings with staff. So I would ask that and ask you if you think that's an okay remedy here.
Mr. Janer, do you have any input?
Let me take off my mask here. I recall in our workshop, what I didn't like was that there was outreach done to the community, but at that point in time, I think there was only 2 people from District 2 that had been engaged. Mm-hmm. And that was my point of contention, and what I asked for was more public outreach to be done. And it was, and I'm glad that everybody got their fair opportunity to have input already into this process. So quite frankly, I just don't understand, if you didn't give input when we were asking for it, why are we going to now go back and try to redo something that's done? I personally don't see anything wrong. I didn't see it either until a couple of days before it was unveiled, but I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's quite a nice logo. What I like about it, which was my comment from the beginning, and because we had conversations about this, is that with the old logo, which is still currently the county seal, so that hasn't been lost because it's actually a beautiful logo. The problem is that you can't read that it says Osceola County when it's smaller, which it's, definitely a problem. So I wanted to make sure Osceola County was prominent on whatever logo came out. And I think that the new logo is prominent in Osceola County. I didn't choose it or design it. I saw it a few days before the state of the county, just like you did, and I think personally I like it. It's fresh, it's new, it's modern, and it looks very similar to the logos in the color components of Neo City and also Experience Kissimmee. And I believe that there was a focus group, I was told, and it was some people that I know and respect on that group. So I'm fine with it as is.
So, yeah, Mr. Chairman, I mean, my comment would be that I just think that we haven't captured our heritage in this logo. And I understand that we're discussing now, and I've discussed with staff about we're keep this one, and I get that. So what I'm going to do is hold some sort of group or community meeting in my district so I can get that feedback. Because I think where we didn't do it right is having feedback on the final product, right? Like, we had the process in place. I was for freshening up. But when we had the final product, we weren't able to present that to some groups of people throughout the community and get their feedback. So I look forward to doing that, because my goal here is just to have a brand that we can all rally around. I know when I spoke with Ms. Knight and Mr. Fisher, I said, I want people hanging this, on their dashboards and all. And I don't know if we're there. So I'm going to host a meeting, and I do think if we move forward, I'm going to allow that meeting to happen, and then I'll come back.
Okay.
Maybe we can talk about it again. So I appreciate that. And that's all I have today.
Good luck. And Commissioner Booth, I would recommend, if you still feel the need to use the seal that was the one that was created in 1985, because I believe the flag was
87.
Was 87? Okay.
I was there for the centennial.
Okay, I know I was too.
Taking
So,
pictures for the centennial.
but again, I know I reflect that because obviously the
Yep.
Epcot ball is in as part of the logo as well, and from '84 there. So, but I encourage you still to use it on your events. It's going to still be used in different methods throughout the county. But once again, I think what we are trying to accomplish here with the new logo is marketing our county in a new direction. I think when we talk brands, it's a lot about marketing and moving forward. And I understand people's angst about losing what they've known since the 80s, but I'm sure there were some folks that were probably had some angst about losing whatever the design was before 87.
Yeah,
right.
And Chairman, my hope was that, and I think I said this in the workshop, and I told them they had a tough job, right? If you're going to put our heritage and our present and our future all into one thing, that was going to be really, really tough to do. Yeah. And, I was certainly disappointed when I saw it, but
I think those are.
I'll continue to use the old logo, and I appreciate that. But again, I'll have something in my meeting, and then I'll come back with maybe something for future direction. So I thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Commissioner Janer. Anything else to add today?
I have nothing else to add. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, ma'am. And I guess I just want to add something too. I'll be honest, I was shocked at the amount of hatred and unchristian like comments that I've seen on social media. It's really, folks, I just and specifically on one of our specific team members as well. It's terrible to see people hate on someone specifically based on one specific attribute of a person's being. And so I guess I would say, folks, if y'all could please control yourself, I would greatly appreciate it. So ma'am, I'm not blasting people on social media, ma'am. Ma'am, if you could please control yourself, it would be really appreciated, please. But and I would just add this to those folks that wanted to hate on that specific team member. If you're looking for someone to hate, ma'am, this is no way for anyone to behave in a public meeting. I hope you don't behave this way in church or at your Christmas dinner with your family. It's just appalling. And some of the behavior, and whether you would choose to accept how appalling that behavior is or not, is for you to do with yourself. But my point is, if you want someone to hate, if you want someone to blame for the color palette and the crayon choice being used in this brand, folks, please, can I get someone to help with this young lady? She can't seem to control herself. And I appreciate that, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, and you're more than welcome to email us or call us or set up an independent meeting, ma'am. So there again, it's sad. It's sad. God bless you, ma'am. God bless you. And so I'm just sad. I'm just sad. I'll be honest with you, at the hate in this community over a box of crayons. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about a diverse box, a diverse set of colors, and so much hatred has been brought forward. And it really is sad. So with that, we stand adjourned.